Hey guys, I'm Alistair and this is the Saucony Endorphin Speed 5. So if you've been following me for the past year, then you probably know I really enjoyed the Saucony Endorphin Speed 4. I'm pleased to say the Endorphin Speed 5 is just as good. In fact, they've made some really cool improvements to it that actually make the comfort, the fit, and overall durability a little bit better. So overall, it is a better shoe than the previous version, and I will do a little comparison within this review as well, just in case you are looking to upgrade. And if you're not familiar with the Endorphin Speed series, well, it's very much a tempo running shoe or speed training shoe. That means you can run tempo runs, interval training sessions, or fartlek sessions, that kind of stuff where you really want to just push the speed but maybe not race in the shoes. Then tempo shoes are fantastic for that because they don't usually have a carbon fiber plate. This one has a nylon plate which has more flex than a carbon plate, so it gives you that kind of nice median where you do get a good amount of forward propulsion, but you don't get that really stiff flex of a carbon plate, which is really best saved for race day. Let's start with the key specifications. They cost $170 and you'll be able to pick up a pair on June 15th, but if you really can't wait, the Endorphin Speed 4 is a really good buy as well. They weigh 8.6 ounces or 244 grams. That's for a size US men's 9, my pair. And they have a drop of 8 millimeters from heel to toe. That's 36 millimeters under the heel and 28 millimeters under the forefoot. The upper is using a lightweight engineered mesh. It's incredibly breathable. Now the previous version was really breathable as well, so it's nice to see that Saucony has kept that, but actually I think this one's even more breathable and the fit is better as well, which I'll go over in just a moment. Yes, you may have noticed it's also got a nice new articulated heel counter. I'm seeing these pop up absolutely everywhere right now, especially from Saucony actually. The midsole is using PowerRun PB foam, which is incredibly lightweight and has a really nice response to it, whilst maintaining some level of cushioning to shock absorb as you land. And it really is a fantastic balance if you do want to run fast. It also has a winged nylon plate that just gives you a little bit of extra stability and of course propulsion when you're running fast. And it also has speed roll technology, which is basically the geometry of the shoe, how it's got a nice rocker on there and some stability features. It's not a stability shoe, but it does have features that help keep you stable as you run. Altogether, Saucony calls that speed roll technology. And on the outsole, you've got a good bit of rubber coverage on there. Not great to be honest, but it wasn't on the previous version. I'll show you how that looked on the previous version in just a moment. But there is more coverage at the heel. So they obviously noticed that people were wearing down very quickly at the heel, so they've wrapped that rubber back there to extend further back, making it a more durable shoe on the outsole. And it's got a nice longitudinal groove in the outsole or midsole, and what that does is give you a little bit extra flex and just makes the ride a little bit more comfortable on the run. When it comes to sizing and fit, they fit true to size and they have a medium width. If you've been running in the previous version, these don't feel quite as voluminous, so that is because the upper design has changed completely. So anyone who didn't need all that extra volume and you noticed that the tongue was rumpling up a bit, you don't get that anymore on this. The fit's been much more refined and, in my opinion, feels a little bit better. Fit is fantastic, heel lockdown is great. It's very easy to get a nice secure fit from the lacing system. Nothing fancy going on, but it just works really well. There's a good amount of padding around the collars, and the heel counter, which I mentioned, is now articulated. It's got some flex. Fantastic heel lock, but there's no pressure put on your Achilles. So if you do have a tendency to have Achilles tendonitis flare-ups or anything like that, then having a heel counter like this is actually going to be really good for you. If you're enjoying this video so far, please give it a like and make sure you comment down below That really helps me out and my channel when you do that, and it's just really nice to get to know you guys. I always respond to every comment as quickly as I can, so just say hi, let me know where you're from, let me know who you are, and if you've got a question about the shoe, let me know that in the comments as well and I'll get back to you. And make sure you subscribe to my channel for more running shoe reviews, advice, roundups, everything to do with running gear, and also what I'm doing in my training at any given time. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. And this is a quick reminder that I do also have a popular running blog called alistairrunning.com. On there I put all my roundups and mind fuel, which is what I call my running advice posts, which are quite fun and enjoyable to read, so you definitely have to check that out. But I mention that because I do have a best tempo running shoes roundup on there, so if you want to know where this one featured, see how it performs against its competition right now, definitely follow that link. I'll also put it in the description as well. Congrats, you made it to my performance review, my favourite part of every review. I'm going to start by talking about the ride, and the ride generally comes from the midsole. It's the most important part of a shoe in my opinion because it connects you, the runner, to the ground beneath. And the midsole is just fantastic. It gives you a really nice, snappy, fast ride. And because it feels so lightweight, it just makes you want to pick up that cadence and just run as fast as you can. The shoe really doesn't hold you back. Sometimes there are shoes out there that just feel a bit weighty, bulky, heavy, and there's just no response in the midsole. And so you end up pushing really hard and just not getting anywhere. But that's really not the case with the Endorphin Speed 5. I absolutely love how this feels, and it is one of my favorite tempo running shoes of all time. Now, a lot of that is coming from the Power Run PB foam, which is incredibly lightweight. It's got a nice amount of cushioning for when you do land, giving you some good level of shock absorption. It's not plush, and that's good because you don't want a plush running shoe if you're going to be running fast. You need to be able to get response and really push off, and of course let the shoe do some work for you as well, and that's where the nylon plate comes in. You do get some serious bounce and flex back from that, which gives you good efficiency in the long run. So if you are running longer distances or training in longer distances and you need a shoe for interval training as well, or just long, fast tempo runs, then this shoe is incredibly versatile. It will just handle all that super easy, and it's super comfortable too. It's incredibly breathable. I love how comfortable and padded the upper is. It's very streamlined. I like how it looks. And the heel lock's great as well, so there's no wasted or lost energy as you're running. And it is using speed roll technology, meaning the geometry has a nice rocker design. That helps with efficiency over long distances as well, because it just helps you smooth out that transition from heel landing to toe takeoff. If you don't have that rocker design, you just hit the deck at the heel. If you are a heel striker, you slam forward and then you just push off. Having some level of rocker just smooths that out and makes it easier on the joints over time. I like what Saucony has done with the outsole. I do like how they have extended the foam back here just to wrap around the heel. So for anyone who does land more towards their heel or heel strikers, then you've got more protection and durability at the rear of the shoe. I tend to land more on my forefoot, especially if I'm running in a tempo shoe, because that's just the most efficient and fastest place to be when you land. So there's still plenty of coverage there as well. While there is better coverage at the rear of the shoe, there's still a lot of exposed foam under here. And with time, as this rubber compound does wear down, you're going to be having more contact with the asphalt or concrete beneath, touching this section of exposed foam. And what that means is you're going to get less durability in those areas, but also less traction. Very quickly then, if you are looking to upgrade to the Saucony Endorphin Speed 5 over version 4, here are the key differences that I've picked up on. Number one then is the heel counter at the rear. You can see the previous version didn't have any articulation. Even though this was really, really comfortable, it's nice and soft, there is a little bit of flex. I didn't have an issue with that. But the new one is articulated, meaning it slopes back, putting less pressure on your Achilles, and it doesn't affect heel lock at all. So that's a definite improvement for me. It's also more breathable. Once again, version 4 was very breathable as well. This one just takes it to another level. Overall fit of the upper is much better on version 5 as well. There is some bunching where the lacing system is, because the whole design of the upper is completely different. It acted more like a stretchy sock that wraps around your foot. So if you didn't have hugely voluminous feet, then you just had extra wasted fabric that kind of just rumpled up on top of your feet. Wasn't really a big issue because I didn't really feel it on top of my foot, but it just didn't look that good. This new version has had some design tweaks, and it's got a gusseted tongue now, and it just fits really well. And then the other update worth mentioning is the durability of the outsole that I just mentioned. You can see it just wraps a little bit further back. Oh, and the toe box is more squared off now. So if you don't have pointy elf feet, you're gonna really appreciate the new update. What's my final verdict then? Is it worth $170? Yes, 100%. I'm not going to keep you in suspense. This is still my #1 tempo running shoe out there right now. And that's for a few reasons. Number one, the versatility is fantastic. For the price, I mean, you get an incredibly lightweight shoe that can handle daily training if you want a responsive shoe, tempo runs, interval training, all kinds of speed sessions, and even if you want to race in this shoe, you can do that. It's fast. Because it's got that nylon plate, it does give you a good amount of propulsion, and it doesn't cost $250 like a lot of carbon fiber plate race day shoes. So I think a lot of people are going to love this shoe just because you can take it all the way through training and lace it up on race day and have that familiar shoe that you're used to and enjoy running in. Well, thanks for watching this Saucony Endorphin Speed 5 review. I really hope it gave you some insights into whether this shoe is going to be good for you and your needs. I really think it's going to suit a lot of people just because it is really the one shoe that will do everything really well, in my opinion. If you do have any questions though, maybe I didn't cover something, just let me know in the comments down below. I always reply to everyone's questions out there, as long as you're not a knobhead. So I will reply for as quickly as I can, and I appreciate it if you just want to say hi as well. Well, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.